There are opportunities here. You have to work hard. There are fluctuations, as China is experiencing a fluctuation now. Why? Global demand is down. So China's demand is down, global demand is down.
That's one part. I think even more important, though, is people don't like to address is the simple fact that Donald Trump launched a trade war on China. All this disengaging or de-risking, as they like to call it now.
Tweedledee, Tweedledum.
But all of this, it continues to be applying pressure on the Chinese economy. The 25% put on all Chinese goods by Donald Trump. Even Janet Yellen says that if that was dropped, inflation rates will be down 1.2 to 1.4%. No, but they don't do it. So you actually have a situation in which China is being hit by double barrel. One is the continuation of the trade war, the continuation of technology war. If there was no sanctions on Huawei, it would be ruling the mobile phone world today. Completely.
Right now, they're considering to put additional sanctions. They pushed Huawei out. Huawei is not in the US. They pushed it out of many other countries. Now they're going to directly sanction it because they say that it's a security risk. I mean, this is doubling down. But the irony is on Weibo. There are a lot. Weibo is the Chinese, WeChat. No, what do you call it? Twitter. Chinese Twitter. People are a huge number of people are saying, Trump did us a favor. He said he pushed us to become more self-reliant, to be more innovative, to climb the value chain, all right? Because we have no choice. So he's saying, Trump has been very good to China. Not that he meant to be, simply that by pushing China, they have
forced
done
us
it.
to work hard and be creative.
There's a complaint I have about this. This is absolutely right. There's no question, but this does not allow for the fact that Trump's intentions and in effect impact on the Chinese economy was highly negative for some time.
It was intended. But I mean, I always look at Biden and Trump and I say, what's the difference? I mean, actually, Trump is more like Kissinger in the sense he was a realist. Kissinger never apologized for doing the things that he did, and he did a lot of terrible things.
Vietnam.
Indonesia, South America, the list goes on. Cambodia, yes. He never apologized because he said, U.S. is a great nation, great nations stay on top by any means possible and by asymmetrical response. You do a little thing, we come and just smash you to bits. And Trump is like that. He says it's all transactional. It's just what I can get and make America first, all these kinds of things. Now, Reagan comes along and he says, the shining city on a hill, as if somehow we're to be emulated, that we're right. Because the shining city is, like God's light, right? We are anointed by God to do all these things, so we're right. Biden thinks along the same lines.
The moralistic approach.
Exactly. But when you have a moralistic approach, I'm right, you're wrong. How do we negotiate?
You don't.
You can't.
It's evangelical in nature.
Exactly.
Like, you need to believe in what I believe in, otherwise you're going to go to hell.
But think about it. The evangelicals in the U.S. support Trump, who's a realist. And Biden is an evangelical who isn't supported by evangelicals.
I still think about the Europeans in this case. It's so much easier for them, for whatever reason they want to support it, use the moral standard to support the Ukrainians, for example.
Yeah, but
like Macron is.
Where's the morality in France when they were, taking this money from Haiti, when they were abusing the Sahels by buying yellow cake for 80 cents euro and then selling it for 200?
That's right, 240 euros
per same amount. Where was the outrage? Where was the say we need to do something? Well, there's always fires. Who knows who started it? The troops are there. Maybe somebody, the Chinese side was smoking. Maybe that's how it happened, right?
I think all of this now is becoming more and more known to the global South, because I've seen a lot of videos, short videos from the global South. That's addressing exactly these issues.
But there are two things. both Ukraine and now Gaza have opened up a major split.
Yeah.
Because I talked to a lot of people in diplomacy, and especially anybody who's Muslim or Arab, they've said, America does not regard us as human. They allow women and children to be. They continue to give bombs and munitions, which are killing these innocent people. And they just say, oh, you know, be careful, don't kill too many. You know, maybe we should have a. You know,
it's difficult to run propaganda when there's real life, real-time videos being uploaded all the time, right? So it's like CNN cannot do its magic anymore.
But look at the leaders. South Africa has emerged, Malaysia,
Brazil,
so many countries that would have been absolutely petrified of a unilateral response from the U.S.
Yep.
You know, cutting off trade, sanctioning their leaders, all of these things. Now speaking up. And you know, and not only speaking up, Brazil
has spoken up,
and taking Israel and the U.S. in essence to you know, the UN and saying, look, things. I mean, how many votes now have we had where the U.S. and Israel have been isolated?
Whatever the case, when these things happen the way they have happened, and so happen intensely and quickly, it stays in the memories of the population.
For sure. That's why TikTok, they won't ban it not because it's Chinese, but because of all the videos that they're showing of the atrocities that's happening in Gaza, right? That's
there's also a big payday for anybody who buys it now.
That's true.
I mean, I love how this works. It says you have to divest yourself of TikTok prior. Oh, Steve has no axe to grind here, being a big supporter of Israel in the war, and also I'm sure TikTok will be exactly the same if he were to come in
afterwards.
Yeah.